This is my first ever video thing. Well, let me clarify. My first ever video thing with a guy. I mean, never mind. Never mind. In case my wife's hearing it. Yeah, no, this is my first ever video thing. This is awesome.
Your first ever video. I like it. I like it. Well, congratulations. I'm glad I could break you in. Why don't you go ahead, for the people that don't know, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Uh, Joey Bag of Donuts. I have my own podcast, The Donut Bag. I live 24/7 on Twitter. So I'm there. I don't sleep. Yeah, literally 24/7. And yeah, that's me.
Clearly.
And I'm a podcast addict too. I can't stop out recording podcast segments.
So you literally just did what, 2 of them right before the show?
I recorded 2. Yeah. Yeah.
So this
and,
is now like your third show of the night.
Real quick. So I was supposed to start at 9. I was supposed to have a segment from 9 to 9:30, and then from 9:30 to like 9:45, 9:50. Well, the first segment, I was so ticked off about the Steelers that we just vented for like 20 minutes, and then we're like, oh, I guess we should start recording. So then we actually recorded a segment for like 10 minutes, and then everything was running late. So yeah, good times.
Nice. Well, for all you guys that have joined, if you look right above me, you'll see there again, we do have a giveaway going on. Little game. What's in the box? So if you go ahead and type !Pirates, that'll get you into the contest. And then shortly in the middle, we'll go ahead and announce the winner. We'll go ahead and give it away. But yeah, so why don't we get into the show? So we got some Polanco news. I got a video I want to play here.
I'm working really hard. I'm doing everything they ask me to do. I do it. Sometimes I do extra. I just want to get back. My goal is to play. I don't like to be sitting down. I don't like to like being doing nothing. I'm glad that we are in the off season right now because I think it's gonna be a lot harder to me. Like if we were in the season and seeing all my teammates, all my friends playing, and me like back here. My fans in Pittsburgh, they show me love and like in social media, and they always like comment on my pictures, my videos, like how you doing, how you feeling. My teammate, I know they got my back, my family too. I'm swinging on the tee. At first I was like a little like nervous, like you're gonna bother me or something. My swing, feeling good. I just gotta get back on track, like swinging every day, and hopefully soon like BP, doing stuff like baseball stuff.
So Joey, the big news around Pittsburgh. Gregory Polanco is expected to be open by opening day. If you've been following along on NS9 Live and even on the podcast we've been talking about, it seems like there's a weekly update by us on how Polanco looks, a new video, his workout. Everything that we've seen, it looks like he's going to be healthy on the quicker side than the lighter side. And now there's word like he's not going to miss any time. He's going to be ready on opening day. To me, that's huge news. What's your take on that?
I'm in shock. I mean, wasn't he supposed to miss like at least 2 months or something like that?
It was looking.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like mid-June they were expecting almost.
I think this is great news for the Pirates. I think this is great news for Pirates fans. I think this is terrible news for Lonnie Chisenhall. I think he was hoping to play some more. Now he's kind of screwed. Now he's getting that Sunday duty. He's just playing those Sunday games.
That's a funny take because you're basically correct. When Lonnie signed, it was still like the time frame was mid-June for Polanco likely. So he was probably expecting, all right, good. I've been injured. Let me come in, reestablish myself. I can start for at least a month, but probably 2 months. And then they'll probably ease Polanco in. I can get extra playing time and still see like maybe 200, 300 plus at-bats. And now, yeah, you're saying like he's sitting there like, great, I'm a bench guy off the rip.
Yeah. I think it's great news. Who knows how how good he'll be, but still, I mean that has to be great news, and hopefully he is fully healed.
Yes, I'm definitely excited by that. One thing I'm gonna say, so shout out to Smitty. He just referred to you as Joey's sexual bag of donuts. It's hard to disagree.
Smitty, call me. Slide in the DMs.
Slide in the DMs, Smitty. Let's get it on. And then, so shout out to Pittsburgh Kid. He wants the Marte jersey in the background. That's not up for bids. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, though, that was last year, and I think Bo Pennington won that because he wins everything. So
don't worry. I'll bet the prize is much better than some stupid Marte jersey.
It absolutely is, Joey. It's NS9. We give lit things away. Creepy laugh. I love it. Yeah, but getting back to Polanco. I mean, so he's expected to be ready by opening day, which is huge news. Now, the thing is, healthy and being good, those are two different things. So it's nice that he's going to be healthy. With that said, what are your expectations for Polanco this year?
Oh, man. You'd have to think it still affects him somehow. And who knows? I mean, I'm sure he's been, working like crazy to rehab the injury. How much is he, working on his swing and working on all the things he usually works on? So, I mean, he might still be behind. It wouldn't surprise me if he at least started the season on a slump.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of with you there. I mean, the shoulder injury isn't something that you can just easily come back from. So it's nice and all that he's healthy, but it's going to be interesting to see, how this injury lingers, if it affects him at all. I mean, let's hope it doesn't. But there's a really good chance that, I mean, it might. Like, even though he's going to be ready for opening day, maybe he's only seeing 3 or 4 games a week, to kind of get back into it. So maybe Lonnie Chisenhall has a little bit of time starting out in right field. But yeah, so that's my next thing. So the health is great. And that's the first hurdle. The next hurdle is the performance. And I got to say, I'm going to, limit my expectations a bit, at least for April, May. Hopefully at that point in time, he can come back and be the Polanco we saw most of last year. But, I mean, let's see. That's great. I'm excited. Let's move on. And before we move on, as everyone noticed, if you look right above me, there's a little thing that says Type Pirates to enter. We are giving away something. It's in the box. So type !Pirates, and you're going to be entered into the giveaway. Joey. Nutting opened his mouth this week again. Good thing or bad thing?
I was going to do a bit where I had like a private conversation. I was going to get real close to the camera and say, listen, Bob, I know you're watching. Just between you and me, shut up. I can't believe he was just better off saying nothing than saying the stupid things that he said about the payroll and how it can't go up and so stupid.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny is literally something he said in here. What just goes in exactly like what we're talking about. One of the questions asked when it comes to public perception of the Pirates, how does it affect you that there is so much negativity directed your way? And I mean, he kind of goes on saying how like the people in the front office are really intelligent. I mean, they have a plan, they have these ideas. They feel they're ahead of the curve in some areas, which I can understand, as he mentions too, why they don't go into depth about their stuff because they don't want to release it and tell other people what they're doing. But he's talking about how these people are so smart, they're doing this, they're doing that. However, they don't do well on like talking about it and relaying what they want to say to the public. So it's like here you go again, talking, saying all these stuff that's being put in such a negative perception, and you're really calling yourself out like, I'm terrible at speaking. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm bad at speaking. Let me talk to you about all this. And that's how I kind of felt. I mean, if you read between the lines and a lot of stuff, he said a bunch of nothing. And he said a lot of stuff that's really just pissing people off, especially about the payroll. He's going off and saying how there's no correlation with payroll, which to a degree, I mean, is true. We say too, just because you spend $200 million doesn't mean you're going to win. right? That's been proven. However, bruh, 70 million, 72, like, I just feel, especially with this free agency, like, this is the dream free agency for Pirates fans, Pirates ownership, Pirates front office. When all these guys are going for so cheap, you just feel like there has to be some type of wiggle room to make, some actual improvements to this club.
I mean, he actually said, they said, is payroll not controllable? He said, I think payroll scale and rate broadly is not controllable. Are you kidding me?
I think that's like that perfect, we don't know how to say what we want to say situation. Is it controllable?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it also isn't. Like he said, like, they're not going to spend $200 million. They're not. And that's the controllable part. I mean, they just can't. I mean, you can't keep up with the Yankees and the Dodgers when they're, like, printing their own money. And the Pirates are on the back end of the market, among Major League Baseball. So, like, it is non-controllable to that aspect, but you technically do control your budget that you have. Now, Ethan's going to get all over me. I know Ethan's in this chat. Ethan's going to get all over us talking about payroll, so I'm ready. Bring it on, Ethan. But, like, I mean, look, what you're saying is true. Like, you set the budget, per se. So you have control of that. But on the other end, you only have so much money that you can control. So I get what he's saying, but, again, like, the way you're saying it is just not in this climate, not with the Pirates fans. No, it's not good.
I can't find the quote, but didn't he also say something like, we have a perception problem?
Yeah.
That's huge. And that is, and that's the worst thing. The perception is all he cares about is money. All he cares about is he doesn't care about winning. And that's the worst possible thing you could do. The worst possible thing that you could relay to the fans is all we care about is saving money. We don't care about winning. And that's we know that that's not the case. We know they want to win a championship, but they have a real funny way of showing
it. I think you're right. I mean, they do want to win. Ryan and I were talking about this on the podcast, and I mean, are they trying to win? They are trying to win. They're not trying to win. You don't make those trades. You don't have the club that they have if you're not trying to win. It's just they're trying to win with a $75 billion budget. So they're going to put the best product they have in these constraints. So what you're saying is absolutely true. And if you have this perception, you're not doing a great job of knocking it. Which, by the way, shout out to, yes, Kayla May. Everyone go to her Twitter handle, retweet hers. I think she's going to get a Stephen Brault jersey if she gets enough retweets. So go hit her up. And yes, Bucko Mike, I'm wearing my river-colored flannel shirt. This is camo. Bucko Mike, what's your problem? This is camo.
Trust me, he's worn a lot worse. I've seen him wear worse stuff, so this is actually an improvement.
These are the facts. These are definitely facts. What else did he say? So they talked about the Machado deal. If they ever consider that, and he was basically like, no, we never consider Machado at all. And on top of that too, he was just like, we're good. We feel comfortable with the shortstop positions that we have. Really? Like, you just feel comfortable? There wasn't a thought about Machado?
Yeah. The funny thing about Machado is, let's say they did. Let's say they went crazy and, I don't know, 10 years, $350 million or something like that. If they increased their payroll by $35 million this year, it still would be like bottom 5 or something like that. That's how low their payroll is this year.
And as true as that is, Joe, I definitely get your point on that too. But I mean, a 10-year contract, those are tough to swallow. Honestly, for me,
technically 5, but anyway.
Well, if he opts out, which if he pulls a Tanaka and gets injured, he might stay in that and not be so good. But that's the thing. Like, to me, a small market team that could really kill you. I mean, honestly, look at the Marlins. If they didn't escape that Giancarlo Stanton contract. Here's a great example, and I've said this before. If the Marlins got Albert Pujols, if they were the winners and not the Angels, and Albert Pujols is on the Marlins right now, they're not getting him that contract. They're giving him $30 million, to sit there and do nothing. I mean, you think the Marlins are bad now? They got to wait 4 more years so they can try to compete with that contract. So it's like that's one of the things with small markets. It's hard to really throw all your chips into one player because so much is dependent on that one player. I mean, look at the Cubs. Like the Hayward deal is almost not crippling, but it's capping what the Cubs can do because of course they're broke. But like a bad contract can really enable your team from performing better. So I can understand that. I didn't think the Marlins, the Pirates were really going to be in Machado, but yeah, it's just like, again, that's just one of the things that perception issue. Like, yeah, we just didn't even consider him at all, ever.
Let's talk reality. The reality is the reason why the Pirates are in such a lousy position financially, it's all Frank Coonelly's fault. Frank Coonelly negotiated the TV deal, which was horrible. I'm not sure what they get. I think they get like $25 million a year, not even that or something like that. I think I saw the Padres, the reason they were able to get Machado is I think they get like $200 million a year or something like that. And most teams, they're signing these billion-dollar deals, and here we get pennies.
The Dodgers are literally getting $200 million a year. I mean, think about that, Joe. They're getting their entire payroll in their TV deal, and they have one of the higher payrolls in the league.
Without selling a ticket.
Their players are free.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting at, too, about, like, control. When the Dodgers are getting $200 million just in their TV contract, and the Pirates are getting 25 to 30 to 35, that's tough to do. The Dodgers can literally take their TV money, put it in their payroll, and then just sit on everything else that comes in, which is a lot of stuff coming in. So, I definitely get that aspect. Yeah, so that's a good point. And hopefully with this new TV deal coming up, they do something. The Rays TV deal has me feeling pretty good about it, but we'll definitely see. Let's get to the chat a little bit. So, Bucko Mike, Nutting is a businessman. Fans didn't show up, so he cut payroll. Money is the thing. Stevie Wonder can see this.
It's my fault. It's the fans' fault. Woohoo!
Well, I will say he did slide that in there. He's like, well, attendance did drop, Joe, but we're going to do our best not to make that an excuse. I don't know. That's
actually a good way of putting it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was Huntington last year or Coonelly or someone. They put it a lot worse than that, and they basically said it's the fans' fault. They didn't come right out and say that, but they implied it, and it was a real bad look.
I believe that was right after Kutch got traded. Is that right? When they had like that press conference?
Maybe.
And you're right. It was very... The perception issue, they can't speak what they're trying to say. It was very much almost like it's your fault. There's a correlation. When fans come, we'll spend money. And if they don't come, well, we don't have the money to spend. So, yeah, he did a little better job this time wrapping it up. But, no, it's definitely interesting hearing these comments, what the Pirates front office, Pirates brass has to say. It was NS9's fault. Those are facts.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Coonelly and McClatchy leveraged Kendall and Giles contracts, which wrecked the franchise for decades. Smitty, wait, Machado signed. All right, so anything else you want to touch on the quotes, Joe?
I'll just say that just as usual, anytime you bring up the Pirates on social media, it gets into a war between the people that hate them. And there was a big thing, I think Colin Dunlap had today, where basically he's saying, why do you need to tell me if I'm allowed to? Because I think he said something like, I'm going to take my kids to the games or something, and people were killing him. Like, how you better not go to the game. You're just enabling him. Like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to fan. If I choose to go to the game or not, why is that just with the Pirates? There has to be this war, whether it's like this political choice, whether geez, abortion is less controversial than whether you choose to go to a Pirate game or not.
You are correct. Do other teams go through this? I don't know. I will say, I mean, it is funny because it's a microcosm with us. This is what we see. I'm sure there's many other franchises that go through the exact same thing we do. I mean, as we joke, I'm sure Cubs fans are livid right now. They have a $200 million payroll. So I'm sure there's some correlation, but you're right, man. This has definitely bothered me too, especially like last year with the whole petition, this boycott, all this stuff going on. I mean, if you want to go to a game, go to a game. What does it matter? The whole thing about, we got him in his wallets. You're not going to. Do you know why? Because what you just saw this year, he's just going to drop payroll. He's still going to get paid the same amount. He'll just lower the payroll to balance the books, and we're good. So, I mean, if you want, that's how you feel, I totally get it. So do it. And if you want to go to a baseball game because it's awesome, and I've honestly met you, Joe, I've met almost all these people in this chat because of the Pirates games, that's really awesome too. I mean, this is a great experience. Colin Dunlap has 2 young kids that want to see baseball. Baseball's fun. That's why I have a show. That's why you're here. We enjoy it. So, I mean, why take that away just in spite of someone? I'm not going to let Bob Nutting take away my fun. Does it suck? Sure. But the baseball games are fun. I'm going to go. All right. So,
I was okay. Let me just say real quick. There was a couple of discussions I was getting involved in on Twitter. One of them got so bad about the Pirates that I just muted the conversation, and I just happened to unmute it or something like that. And it was like the thread after I muted it was like 50 comments, just people going back and forth and fighting over this. It's still like a really hot issue. But yeah, just chill out. The sides are drawn. You're either going to choose to go or not, but don't tell people what to do.
And that's it.
Don't tell people how to fan.
Right. Don't tell people how to do anything. I mean, unless they need it.
Yeah.
Some of you do. But I'll tell you what, Joe. People that are worse than them are the Frasier fangirls, if you didn't notice. So shout out to Kayla. She's a Frasier fangirl and they're the worst. I don't know if you knew that, Joe, but...
Why is she? Oh, I know. She's very popular on Twitter as being the Adam Frazier #1 fan. But what's she doing trying to get another jersey of another player? Isn't that like cheating?
Hey, she wears many hats. She has many fans. She's a fan of many, I should say. At least they're Pirates. Though, actually, she's a fan of some other teams. So, I've noticed. We're watching you, Kayla. Be careful. Adam's watching you, too. Anyways, all right, so let's move on. So let's get to the giveaway. So once again, real quick, before we do this, if you haven't done it yet, go ahead, type an ! Pirates. That gets you entered to the giveaway. So I'm going to give you guys like 15 seconds to do this. All right? Kayla has 2 Frasier jerseys, by the way.
Only 2?
Kayla, do you have this? Do you have this, Kayla?
Yeah. What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, let's do it. Bucko Mike DiNardo flannel. That's what he entered. Guys, I'm doing it. 3, 2, 1. God, I hope this works. Perfect. Okay, guys, I'm having some issues. I blame Tong from Trash Cats. Yes, congrats, Smitty. You didn't win. Oh, man.
Don't you love technology?
Absolutely. It is Nutting's fault.
He's good. He's hacking this stream right now.
Oh man, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, everybody. Joe, tell a story.
You know, none of these things happen on my podcast, which is the Donut Bag. Actually, I was telling you before, I just recorded a segment and I think my computer crashed and I lost the whole thing. So, I wrestle with technology every single time, and it's no fun.
All right, that's a great story. Thanks a lot, Joe.
I know you're freaking out right now. I'm sorry, man.
Just throw me right under the bus.
We could talk about how famous you guys are with your little T-shirt.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm blaming you, Tong. What's going on? If you can help me, Tong. We'll postpone that. The giveaway's coming. We're gonna postpone this. All right. Well, let's talk about that. So we had a shirt. It was this one right here. Here's a funny story about it too. I literally thought of this idea that day. I talked to Ryan, my co-host on North Shore 9, even though you wouldn't believe he's actually a real person. So I was like, why do we always like do Pirate stuff, Pittsburgh stuff? I was like, why don't we do something like outside? And him and I have been talking about, you know, the Cubs being broke and this running jokes. So like, let's do that. So I make this shirt, and then like literally 3 hours later, Yahoo Sports apparently finds it, and now the Cubs are all in our mentions, and they're so salty, Joe. Oh, it's lovely. I love it.
So I do a Google search that says Cubs broke, and you guys show up. What does it say? Pirate fans troll Cubs with broke T-shirt idea, and it's Yahoo Baseball tweeting your thing. At least they credit you. That's nice. They could have just said, you know, random jag off or something.
Right? Yeah, it was funny, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I had no idea they found. I was like, we tweeted at them, whatever. I just saw, you know, a thing go on my Twitter. I look at it, and then, like, I did a double take because it hit me like, wait a minute, this is like Yahoo Sports. Like, what's going on? Like, they weren't notified, or I'm just shocked. And there it was. They caught it somehow or another. The funny thing about that too, I don't know if you saw this, Joe. So the first Cub person that attacked us was actually called the North Side 9.
I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see that? I thought that was hilarious. It was like Bizarro World.
Oh yeah, his five followers really were up in arms too.
Right. All right. Here's how we're gonna do this, Joe. Pick a number between. Sorry. This is horrible. I know. Pick a number between 1 and 9.
I'm gonna say 7 because I'm such a fan of Ben Roethlisberger.
Listen, this is for real. This is Ben's fault. For all you that didn't win, technically this is Ben's fault. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Lauren loves her Buccos 23. You win what's in the box. You win what's in the box. So let's find out what's in the box. Oh God, Lauren. Oh God. So it is a jersey.
Oh my God.
You got an autographed Pedro Alvarez
Pedro.
jersey. Hey, listen though, this is a real authentic jersey, and it's signed by Pedro Alvarez. So congratulations, Lauren. Go
That's a
ahead
collectible.
and
You know they're not making any more of those.
exactly. This is like one of a kind. Because I don't know the way Pirates Twitter is. They all the other ones might have been burned by now. So, but Ryan Placid, Jesus Christ. So go ahead and DM us on Twitter. We'll go ahead and get that out to you. So there's that. So congratulations, Lauren, or I'm sorry to hear, whichever you choose. All right. So last thing, Joe. We have ourselves, and you teased this today on your show. I should say show, but Twitter. We're gonna do a top 10 little debate here, and it's gonna be our top 10 little Debbies.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, you're the guest.
Yeah.
I'll let you choose. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. Let me just say, in my lunch break, I decided, so, let me check out these, what Little Debbie, and maybe I'll do a poll or something like that. I put up a poll, and on the poll, because there's only 4 choices: Swiss rolls, Star Crunch, Nutty Buddy, or I just said other. Let me know if there's some other one. I get flooded with oatmeal cream pie, and people were so offended that I said, and I told people, I don't really like it. If I told these people your mother's a prostitute, they probably would be a little bit annoyed. It was like, well, I don't know what she does all day. I don't know. But if I say I don't like oatmeal cream pie, Little Debbie, they're ready to fight me. This is the second half of my day has just been a war over oatmeal cream pie. It's amazing.
I mean, they might be correct though. I don't know. I'm just saying they might. I don't know. What did win the poll though for you? Before we go.
Okay, so it's and I got almost 1,300 votes. Swiss rolls are at 45%, and Nutty Buddy are at 33%, and other, which I'm assuming is the oatmeal cream pie brigade. That's at 13%. Poor Star Crunch is only 9%. I thought they would do a lot better.
Well, that's all right, because imagine being Tong Win from the Trash Cats and thinking Raisin Bran's a good cereal. But anyways, I digress. All right, so Joe, why don't you go ahead and hit us with your top 10? Okay.
My top 10, I'm not going to include oatmeal cream pie anywhere because I don't like any. I have a thing against oatmeal cookies, which I won't go into. But to me, oatmeal raisin cookies are the worst thing ever created. But anyway, that's me. My number 1 is Nutty Bars. Those are amazing.
Joey with the upset.
Yeah. My 2 is Zebra Cakes. 3 is Swiss rolls. Someone called them an imitation ho-ho or something like that. Like, hey, whatever. If I can't have a ho-ho, if I have to settle for a Little Debbie Swiss roll, I'm so happy. I'll go Star Crunch number 4, Cosmic Brownies number 5, Fudge Rounds number 6, those Honey Buns number 7, the Christmas Treat Cakes number 8. They have, because I'm me, I'm going Donut Sticks number 9.
I knew it.
And then they make this is like a direct ripoff of the Hostess cupcakes, the chocolate cupcakes, but they're the Little Debbie chocolate cupcakes. I have that as number 10.
Okay. Let us know what you guys think. Is that a solid list or not? I gotta say, so I actually thought you had the donut ones a little higher, so I'm shocked.
You think I would make it number 1? I know.
I didn't think number 1. I felt you'd be a little more fair, but I was thinking like 6 or 7-ish, maybe a 5. Yeah, the Christmas ones, actually, those are pretty legit. Those are the ones like the green sprinkles on top, right?
Yeah.
Like the white. Okay. Nice. Okay. So I'll tell you what. Here's my top 10. So I'm starting with the first one. My number 1 is Zebra Cakes. Those are legit. The best Little Debbie's hands down. Period. You disagree, fight me.
I got a lot of people telling me they like the zebra cake. So yeah, that's legit.
Those are good. I think you had them at 3, right? So solid.
Yeah, yeah.
My number 2 is what your number 1 was, I think, right? I call them Nutty Buddies, Nutty Butters, whichever.
So
Again,
good.
Another very solid Little Debbie treat. The number 3 for me is actually, you didn't say the caramel cookie bars. Did you ever have those? It's almost like a Twix. It's like the cookie.
Oh
has
yeah,
like
yeah.
A line of caramel on top. It's all chocolate.
I think are they also called peanut butter crunch bars? Oh no. There's
Those
caramel cookie. Peanut butter crunch is something that you're
right. And then so as I used to do actually as a kid is I would get those and then I would always get whipped cream and put it on top. So do that and they're even more elite. If that was the Little Debbie treat, that would be my number 1. So 4th is the devil creams.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Then 5 is Star Crunch. I love Star Crunch. They're good.
Yeah.
6 is Devil Squares. It's a little bit Devil Creams. The Devil Creams, the Devil Squares are like the cupcake more.
Yeah.
Oatmeal cream pies, Joe. They make the list. Oatmeal cream pies are legit. They're very good.
Hey.
I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably should have numbered these. All right, number 7 is the peanut butter crunches, which you talked about. So instead of the caramel, this is the one with the peanut butter in it. Number 9 is the cosmic brownies, as you mentioned. Those are really good. It's to me though, they're just not like. I mean, they're just better brownies. So that's like kind of my issue. And then last for me is the Swiss roll cakes. They're number 10. They're not number 1. They're not even really that good. They're a complete knockoff. That's why I couldn't do the cupcakes because those are. I mean, Hostess makes the best cupcakes. I can't give Little Debbie props for them. Swiss cake rolls are very overrated. They're lucky they made my list. To be honest. That's my take.
Okay. There's one that deserves honorable mention, and they look amazing. The strawberry shortcake rolls. They're like Swiss rolls, but they're with strawberry shortcake, and they're like a vanilla cake.
Mm-hmm.
It looks amazing.
So I've seen them. I've never had them, and the thing too is I don't really like strawberry shortcake, so I have no desire to try them. So get out of here. But what do y'all think about this? So aside from Ethan says aside from Swiss rolls, I haven't had any of these more than 5 to 10 times in my life, so I can't speak to this. Ethan, did your parents hate you as a child?
Yeah.
Bucko Mike says zebra cakes equals to around the 412 talking hockey. Sleep mode. Around the 412 says imagine going to the pantry and grabbing a zebra cake. Exactly. Imagine listening around the 412 talk hockey. Kayla says she grew up on cosmic brownies. So she's mad about I don't know. We gave them love. They make our top 10.
What is Anna Fraser like?
What does Adam Fraser like? That's a good question. Who is the floating head? Huh? Is there a ghost? Anyways, so all right. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up our show. So congratulations to Lauren. Thanks everyone that's coming out and showing up. We'll have our live show not next Thursday, but then the Thursday after. We'll have our podcast this Sunday, of course. Also, I'll be on Pirates Corners podcast this weekend as I'm going to be in Clearwater to watch the Phillies Pirates game Saturday. Raise it. Anything you want to say, Joey?
Thanks for having me on. This was awesome. I can't believe there were only minimal technical difficulties because
it was awful.
we were wrestling with technology beforehand. So I'm happy we were able to pull it off.
It was so bad, Joe. So actually, the one thing before I do leave, I'm going to leave you all with this, a little surprise. New shirt's coming out. So here's a sneak preview of it. Let us know if you like it. Other than that, peace out. We'll see y'all later.